Paraguay, it's in the middle of South America, surrounded by land with Argentina, Brazil, and Bolivia as neighbors. It doesn't have famous beaches or tall mountains, but it has big rivers, the Paraguay and Paraná, that shape its land and its people. Here, life moves at its own speed. You might expect one thing, but you'll find something completely different. The land has thick forests, the wild Chaco plains, and rolling green hills. History is alive, not just in museums, but in old buildings and traditions that have lasted a long time. To really get Paraguay, you have to slow down, listen, and share a drink with the people who live there. This is a story about being strong, about a country that has gone through wars and being alone, making its people both tough and friendly. Paraguay isn't a big place for tourists, and that's what makes it special. Life here feels real, not fake, and ready for you to discover. The people are truly welcoming, and the experiences are real. The Paraguay River cuts the country in half, the green busy Paraná area to the east, and the wild empty Chaco to the west. This split changes the culture, how people make money, and the spirit of the country. It's a place of green hills and dusty flatlands, busy cities and quiet places, all under the same sun. Paraguay is good to those who look closely, offering a very human experience. It's a country that's waiting for you to find it. Welcome to Paraguay. In Asunción, the main city, mornings start early and sticky, but the city doesn't rush. People who work in offices stop for chipa, a cheesy bread, and everywhere, people sip tereré, the cold tea that helps them get through the day. Even in the city, life is about taking your time, not hurrying. In the countryside, or campo, life follows the sun and the seasons. Families wake up before the sun, taking care of crops or cows, very connected to the land. The middle of the day brings a break. A big meal and a nap in the shade, a smart way to deal with the heat. As the afternoon gets cooler, work starts again, shops open, and streets fill up. Evening is for family, whether in a city apartment or a farm in the country. City life and country life are different, but they're very connected. City people often go back to the campo for holidays, and city food comes from country farms. Old customs like sharing tereré and family get-togethers happen everywhere, just changed a little for where they are. The slow speed, how important family is, and the mix of old and new make up the Paraguayan experience. City and country are like two sides of the same coin. They are very different, but they are deeply linked. Paraguay is becoming more modern, but its old ways are still strong. Here, old traditions and new progress live side by side. Life is about finding a good balance. That's the Paraguayan way. In Paraguay, family is the most important part of life. Many homes have grandparents, parents, and children all living close together. Older people are respected, and they share stories and good values. Sundays mean big family meals, often an asado, which is a barbecue, where everyone gets together to eat and talk. This feeling of family goes out to the whole community. Neighbors watch out for each other, especially in small towns and country areas. The idea of jopoi, helping each other, is very strong. Daily life is built around these connections. Children often live at home until they get married, and social life is all about close friends and family. Outsiders might think it's a bit closed off, but it's really about strong, lasting friendships. Sharing is a way of life. You see it in the tereré circle, where one cup is passed around among friends. This culture of being together makes a strong, supportive society. The well-being of the group is just as important as one person's well-being. In Paraguay, you're never alone. Paraguayan food is filling, comforting, and comes from the land. Sopa paraguaya, even though it's called soup, is a cheesy, tasty cornbread, made by accident in a kitchen and now a main food for the whole country. Asado, the barbecue, is a social event, beef, sausage, and chicken cooked over wood fires, served with manioc and sopa paraguaya. The asado is about lots of food, family, and celebrating, but nothing is more important than tereré, the cold yerba mate drink, sipped from a shared cup called a guampa, with a straw, called a bombilla. Tereré is a special way to show friendship and welcome, often mixed with special herbs called yuyos. Sharing tereré means you are welcome. Other things you must try: chipa, a cheesy manioc bread; embeju, a crispy manioc pancake; and dulce de mamón, sweet candied papaya. Paraguayan food isn't fancy, it's honest, full of flavor, and meant to be shared. Meals are about connecting with people, not just eating. The food shows the country's spirit, simple, giving, and very much about being together. Every dish tells a story. To eat in Paraguay is to be part of the family. That's the real taste of the country. To understand Paraguay, visit the market. It's the heart of every town. Mercado Cuatro in Asunción is full of sights, sounds, and smells. Fresh food, sizzling dishes, and the sounds of daily life. Here, the city and the countryside meet. Stalls are piled high with mangoes, manioc, and Paraguayan cheese. Butchers, yuyeras selling special herbs, and all kinds of sellers fill the busy paths. The market is more than just buying and selling. It's a place where people meet. People chat with sellers, hear the latest news, and build friendships over many years. Shopping here is slow, friendly, and based on real connections. The market is also the best place to eat. Family-run stalls serve beef acoigua and vori-vori, dishes that taste like home. You eat right next to local people, deep in the real Paraguay. The market is where the community really comes alive. It's loud, a bit messy, and full of life. This is where you find the true flavor of Paraguay, not in fancy restaurants, but in the middle of everyday life. Paraguay is proudly a country of two languages. Spanish and Guarani are spoken by almost everyone. Spanish is used for business and government. Guarani is the language of feelings, jokes, and home. People often mix the two, making Japara, a language mix that shows the country's mixed history. Guarani is something the country is very proud of, spoken everywhere and by everyone. It's special that it has survived in the Americas, taken up by the people who came to live there and bringing people together from different backgrounds. During wars, Guarani was a secret code and a way to show love for the country. Today, it's an official language, taught in schools, and used in daily life. For visitors, learning a few Guarani words will make people happy right away. Paraguay's identity lives in how its two languages work together. To know the country, you must listen to both. Paraguayans celebrate with music, dance, and faith. Every town has a special saint, and the patron saint festivals are bright explosions of color, sound, and community. Celebrations start with parades, then street fairs, food, and live music. The Paraguayan harp and guitar fill the air with polka and guaranilla, sometimes lively, sometimes sad, always from the heart. The bottle dance is a big part of the festival. Women in traditional clothes balance bottles on their heads, moving with grace and skill. These traditions show the Paraguayan spirit, strong, joyful, and elegant. Faith is very important, especially during the trip to Cayacupe for the Virgins Festival. Hundreds of thousands of people gather to show their devotion and celebrate. Festivals mix serious moments with joy, bringing communities together. Music and dance are the heartbeat of Paraguay. Here, celebrating is a way of life. Visitors all agree. Paraguayans are incredibly friendly and welcoming. Their hospitality is real, not just for tourists. Talking to people often leads to invitations for tereré or a meal. This kindness comes from a history of being alone and strong community values. People are proud of their country and eager to share it. There's a calm and patient feeling here. Time is flexible, and real conversations matter. Everyday interactions are gentle. Greetings, jokes, and helping hands are always there. Even if there's a language problem, people go out of their way to help. The place feels safe and comfortable. You arrive as a stranger but quickly feel like a guest or even family. Kindness is normal, not something special. In Paraguay, you're welcomed with open arms. Paraguay's beauty is quiet, and its pace is gentle. Its charm is found in simple moments, sharing tereré, hearing a harp, getting a smile from a stranger. The country is made up of opposites: green east, dry Chaco, old cities, simple countryside, Spanish and Guarani. Nature shapes life here, from the heat to big storms and skies full of stars. Paraguay's realness stands out. Life is real, sometimes tough, but always with dignity and pride. Visitors who take their time are welcomed as guests, not just as customers. What you remember most is the taste of asado, the cool tereré, the sound of two languages, and, most of all, the people. Generosity and kindness define this country. In Paraguay, you find a second home in the heart of South America.